Costly blind spots. Welcome to this week's edition of Friday's Food for Thought. Blind spots, or better yet, let's call them biases. Now, we all have them. In fact, it's in our brain's way of taking a shortcut in decision making, a hardwired yet sometimes flawed response. Now, some may be good and helpful as they clarify and reinforce our beliefs and philosophy, while others can be destructive. To improve our efficiency and position ourselves for increased success, let's look at 3 blind spots that we should be aware of and avoid. Economically, one of the first and most common fallacies is the sunk cost fallacy. Now, here's an example. I've invested so much in my direct mail campaign, I can't stop now. Really? Now, if your results are dismal and have been for some time, it's time to step back. Sunk costs are those investments or costs that have already been incurred and can never be recovered. It's water under the bridge. It's this fallacy that keeps us stuck. It could be in bad relationships, partnerships, investments, or business plans. For the government, it's investing in no-win policies or failed social programs and reckless spending. Now, when one overcomes this fallacy, it requires a hard, non-emotional response, an evaluation of facts versus feelings and unwarranted optimism. Those who do overcome this blind spot are often said to be, quote, cutting their losses. Next, 60% of the time, it works every time. This memorable line from the movie Anchorman illustrates another blind spot or fallacy, false optimism. Now, many times such false optimism reveals itself in predictions. I've made them and been wrong in this very program. Remember a few short years ago, it was predicted that our industry would have over 100,000 reverse mortgages endorsed. Now, it was in the midst of our most substantial downturn in volume. Our biases will color certain situations with rose-colored glasses and others with a dark cloud of gloom. Where does the truth lie? Somewhere in the middle of facts. Now, one timeless quote says this: if you want to see the future, look at the past. Now, optimism is healthy if it's grounded in reality and facts. Now, before making or buying into any prediction or plan, make sure that you look at all the facts and even those with opinions who are contrary to you. The last blind spot or fallacy touches on our planning. We often underestimate the time that is required for projects. Now, look at government construction, which often runs 3 to 4 times over budget. Have you ever participated yourself in a project with your company? How often does the deadline get pushed back or moved? Now, on a more personal level, look at people pleasing. Now, for most of us, it's our desire to please others, and this often leads to promising results that cannot be delivered by a certain deadline. A good phrase to remember is under promise and over deliver. There you have it. 3 blind spots or fallacies for us to avoid. What fallacies do you see in your business and how do you avoid them? Share your thoughts in the comment section below and have a great weekend.